What's going on, people? Your boy Mad Mike coming at you guys with yet another Atlanta Falcons video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, tell your friend to come tap Falcons football with your boy. Also, join the Mad Mike membership, $1.99, $5.99, $9.99. All right, so let's get straight to it. 3 keys to victory for the Atlanta Falcons against the Minnesota Vikings. Your boy Dalvin Cook will not be playing in this game. He will have the day off. The game off, and I think this polls okay for the Atlanta Falcons. But if you've been under a rock, you haven't really have been paying attention to a lot of things that's been concerning our Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons franchise. Dan Quinn has been fired, along with a couple of other coaching changes. Jeff Olbrook will now be the defensive coordinator. Raheem Morris is the interim head coach for the Atlanta Falcons. He's just the second African-American coach to hold that position as head coach for the Atlanta Falcons. So when it comes down to it, man, the Falcons got some explaining to do. They got some real tough times ahead, and they got to get back on some type of they just got to win the fans back in some type of way. So when it all comes down to it, man, I think this is one of those games for the Atlanta Falcons. Players, they have to prove to us that they actually give a dang about playing. They have to prove to themselves that they actually give a dang about the game of football and playing the game and, redeeming themselves just as players, because these guys look weak, they look uninterested, they look absolutely pitiful. All right, so these are 3 keys to victory. And the first one, I think this is the most important, is that this team has to tackle better, man. The tackling for this team has been absolute garbage. And I'm just going to be real, man. It's pitiful to see such guys, Mike Davis looking like a damn Hall of Fame running back going against these teams. Like honestly, these guys look like they just wanted to quit. They look like they was ready to, get into something new. A new frame of mind, just get rid of Dan Quinn. I don't think these guys believed in what Dan Quinn was preaching anymore. You can see it on the field, you can see it in the eye. Absolutely no emotion, no passion, no anything. So I want to see these guys hit. Raheem Morris said he wants to see Keanu Neal, Ricardo Allen, Foye Oluokun, Deion Jones, these guys who are known for tackling well, known for putting big hits on people. Grady Jarrett, he wants to see these guys with absolute, fearsome attitude and aggressive nature hitting. The Falcons got to get back to running and hitting. This team hasn't done that in a long time. So I want to see these guys absolutely bring it, man. We got to see these guys with some type of passion. Because like I said, man, as a fan, it's embarrassing to look at your team and not understand why these guys just don't, these guys don't wrap up. They're running into each other. It just looks like a clown show out there on the field. So I want to see these guys get back to what they were just a few years ago, okay? At least in 2017, these guys were they were somewhat, aggressive. They were somewhat of an average defensive team. Right now, these guys they look like they have absolutely no interest in even playing the game. So tackling, for me, above all else, it has to improve. So that's the first one. Tackling is the first one. The second one for me is that I want to see a commitment to the running game. All right, Todd Gurley in this offensive line. All right, okay. This is 2 things. All right, Todd Gurley in the offensive line in this running game. I want to see this continue. I'm taking a huge sigh because I'm really pointing the finger at Dirk Cutter. This guy has not been what I have hoped he would have been and understood from the very beginning, and that this team has to run the ball and have a commitment to the running game. We know Matt Ryan is a damn good quarterback. We know Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, they have the offensive weapons. Olamide Zaccheaus, this dude is absolutely playing his ass off right now. He's stepping up as a receiver. Russell Gage, he's been dropping a lot of passes right now. But when you look at this team, man, this team right now it's been inconsistent. It's still been good, but the Falcons' offense is much better than what they is. So if they want to dominate and get back to at least winning a game, at least winning one freaking game, they got to run the ball, man. We got to give Ty Gurley the ball. This dude looked absolutely amazing, man. 121 yards rushing, man. The dude looks absolutely amazing. And for whatever reason, the Falcons just stopped going to him. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. They just went away from him. And the offensive line for the Atlanta Falcons, these guys have been playing well. Matt Gunno, Chris Lindstrom looked like an absolute stud. He's going to be a Pro Bowler in the future. There's no doubt about that. Alex Mack, he is Alex Mack. He's still a damn good center. Okay? So when it all comes down to it, man, Carpenter, he's look okay. You got Jake Matthews, he's a damn good offensive lineman himself. Of course, we all know that Jake Matthews has a tendency to kind of do questionable things and questionable moments, especially with his penalties. He just has a tendency to just get penalties at the absolute worst time. We get a big play out from the offense, and all of a sudden Jake Matthews just seemed to get a penalty at the absolute worst time. So when it all comes down to it, man, I think this offensive line, they continue what they've been doing, man. These guys have been playing they've been playing very good, man. I'm not going to say they've been dominant, but these guys are playing well, and we need this, man. We need Dirk Cutter to just stop with all the passing, okay? Have a commitment to the running game. You cannot win games if you don't have a commitment to the running game. Just because you lose, out of 4 runs, you may get 9 yards. That doesn't mean that you just stop. That doesn't mean you just stop running the ball because you get one. Okay, we're talking about you get one freaking negative play, or you're not getting the big plays and chunks that you used to. It's all about committing to the run and identity. Letting the defense know that even if you get 9 yards out of 4 carries, you're still gonna commit to the run. And that's what it is. It's about physical dominance. And this is something that Dirk Cutter just not understand. So this offensive line and the running game has to get back to what I believe they are, man. I think they're a very good offensive line, but again, Dirk Cutter has to commit. And the last one, man, I just want to see out of the coaching staff and the players, I just want to see emotion. I want to see that these guys actually give a damn. I want to see these guys actually care about their career. I want to see that these guys even care about Dan Quinn, because ultimately, yes, Dan Quinn didn't do everything that was required of him to get wins. I think he didn't learn to adjust his scheme and adjust to the game and adjust to the negatives of the NFL. And this is one of the things as an NFL head coach, you can come in as brilliant as you possibly can. You can understand your scheme like no one else. You can understand how to call plays. You can understand all of that. All right, but when it comes down to it, guess what? You still have to learn how to adjust to the bad times. And this is the thing for me. When you look at Dan Quinn, you look at this defense, you look at the offense, these guys absolutely refuse to adjust. I don't know if they didn't know how to adjust. I don't know if they wanted to adjust, but these guys did not adjust to the scheme and how a defense was attacking this team. They made absolutely no adjustments. And this is the issue that I've always had with the Atlanta Falcons. I don't think it's necessarily a talent. I think the Falcons are one of the most talented teams in the league. But when you have a coaching staff that sticks to the exact same things over and over and over again, okay? Over again. We see teams tear apart the cover 3 scheme. And these guys make the exact same plays, okay? These guys running the exact same plays. All they doing is dumping the ball off, throwing the ball in, quick passes. We saw against Carolina. Teddy Bridgewater had 20 years to sit in the pocket. 20 years to sit in the pocket. And they absolutely made no adjustments. They didn't blitz. They didn't, switch the coverage. They didn't hide coverage. They didn't mask coverage. They stayed in the exact same thing. They went away from things that work. And that's the issue. Stay away from things that don't work. Learn to adjust. So that's what I want to see from this team. I want to see them adjust. I want to see them play with some type of emotion. Again, your boy Mad Mike is out, man. I appreciate you guys for continued support your boy here on Mad Mike Sports. Hit up Atlanta Falcons Nation. Subscribe to that channel also. Support AT Alien Sports. Your boy Mad Mike is out, man. Peace.